You need to learn to lessen the importance or loosen up a little bit towards your manifestations in order to get them faster. Hello, you guys. So, in today's video, we are going to talk about excess potential, which is similar to letting go. However, I think letting go is the wrong terminology. And by the way, if you guys are new, my name is Naya, and on this channel, we talk about quantum physics, quantum mechanics, law of assumption, esotericism, witchcraft, and so much more. But at the core, we try to make manifestation easy, fast, and effortless for everyone to understand. So in today's video, I want to talk about the importance of removing, we could call it resistance, or removing the importance towards your manifestation. And how Vadim Zeland would put it in reality transurfing, even though I am not like 100% into reality transurfing. I'm reading about it. I agree with certain things, with certain others I don't. But with this concept of excess potential, I actually do agree with. However, let's put everything into perspective and remember that it's not because there is a guru out there, whether it is Florence Scovel, whether it is Neville, whether it is me or anyone else or Vadim Zeland, that means that it is the ultimate truth, because in my opinion, you create your own rules. And all of these people that have contributed to the work of the law, they are all human beings, and to be honest, they have their own belief system. But you should listen to everyone, and at the end of the day, you should make your own goddamn rules, because I did that, and whatever I say comes from my personal experience. I cannot stress this enough. I don't listen, like, I listen to everybody, but then I just experiment. I take only what works for me, and I crafted my own way of manifesting because of this. And that's like, I don't like to be a follower or a hardcore fan of Neville or hardcore fan of Vadim Zeland or whatever. Like, I don't like cults in general. Like, I do whatever I want to do, and so you should do as well. However, when I agree with certain concepts, I like to present them to you guys because they might help you out. So in today's video, like I said, we are going to talk about lessen the importance towards a specific manifestation, that it is basically creating excess potential towards a specific manifestation. And this could be applied for everything. It could be applied for money. It could be applied for a specific person. It could be applied for money, for everything. And this is actually what many other coaches say, but just in a different terminology. It's about not putting anyone or anything up on a pedestal. Most of the time, what happens, even unconsciously, so I'm not judging you whatsoever, I've been there, done that, is that we put on a pedestal certain manifestations and we glorify them, whether it is we glorify the past that we had with a person or a specific person, we glorified a specific job, or we say, if I only will have this job or this amount of money, then I will be happy. If I only will get the love of my life, then I will be happy. And what happens, obviously, we create a sort of imbalance in the universe, but to be honest, within ourselves more than in the universe at large, and we are the universe at the end of the day. And when we create these imbalances, I think that Vadim is correct when he's saying that balancing forces need to come in order to put us back into perspective. So most of the time, what I noticed, even from my personal experience, when I give too much importance to a specific manifestation, whatever that is, I usually got either unwanted results, opposite results, or I got like the manifestation in and of itself got delayed tremendously. And that is, in my opinion, because of the excess potential. Is because you're putting this manifestation out there, you're glorifying it, you're giving off too much energy, and so the balancing forces have to come out to put you back into a balanced state. And I think that the majority of people make this mistake of confusing persistence with excess potential, or because we know in the law that there is this thing of whatever you focus upon manifest and persist. And so your focus is your currency. However, focus doesn't mean extra focus. It doesn't mean that you have to overly focus over a specific manifestation. So I have experienced this with multiple things. Like with my career, I've experienced this when I was too focused only on career and making my videos going viral, whatever that was back then. I always had opposite manifestations because it's just like literally what I was saying with my consciousness is I'm putting this thing up on a pedestal. I'm not living good because I don't have this thing yet. Essentially, I'm not even living in the wish fulfilled. I'm not even assuming that I already have it. And I am literally giving so much importance to this thing. And it's not like it's obviously it is important, but it's not that important. And funny thing happened that when I released all this importance, I literally did, and it's because I didn't do it on purpose. I didn't do it to get anything. It's just that it was me learning through the process of manifesting. I exhausted myself so much to get my YouTube videos to a certain degree. And when I completely was burned out from it, I didn't even care it anymore. I was like, I don't care. I'm just making videos because I love making videos. I created a new channel with zero expectations or zero excess potential. I was like, I've done that, been there, it's never gonna happen, and I don't care anymore. I literally said this. Even though in the back of my mind I knew it was gonna happen, and that was a strong belief and a strong assumption, I literally lowered the importance for me to get viral on YouTube so much. Like, it was just dropped, and I didn't do it on purpose. It just happened. I was exhausted, I was fed up with it, and I literally said, well, you know what? It's never gonna happen, and I'm fine either. And the funny thing is, when I did that, that's when things started happening for me. So, and they started happening in the way that I always intended to. And I believe it's because I had built so much excess potential on that particular manifestation. Obviously, you don't have to get to the point of exhaustion where you're letting go of your desires altogether. You can stop before that. And the way you stop before that, in order not to create excess potential, is by losing the importance towards that manifestation. Once in a while, just saying, you know what, if I don't get my specific person, if I don't get this money, I'll be fine. Good things always come my way. You just losing the importance to that manifestation. And another thing that you could do, which helps you persisting, in my opinion, is manifesting multiple things at a time. Because sometimes excess potential, in my opinion, is built when you're just focusing on that one thing that you're lacking. And because your focus unconsciously goes on the lack of that thing, no matter how much you affirm, it's in the back of your mind. You know that you don't have it. You don't go general. You don't focus on other things in your life. It creates excess potential, and that doesn't mean that it's not going to happen. Even if you have excess potential, I'm of the belief that it's going to happen regardless, but you could hinder your progress, and you could manifest it a little bit later down the line. Why would you do that when you know you can even manifest instantly or super fast? You just lower the importance, and you lower the importance by not giving it too much. If you have it, great. If you don't, everything will be fine. But in the back of your mind, blink, blink, you know you will have it. And or otherwise, you can do that once in a while, not always, because remember, your thoughts create. Or you just focus on other manifestations. You just become playful. You have fun with the law. For instance, when I was affirming for the virality on YouTube or for the money, I was also affirming for other things, which made manifestation altogether so much fun. So I was affirming for the YouTube channel. I was affirming for the TikTok. I was affirming for my looks, which I did manifest, for my body weight. I was affirming for meeting new friends, which it did happen. I was affirming even stupid stuff like meeting celebrities or going in certain clubs and always entering free and having free drinks. I was affirming for meeting a special person. I was affirming for a lot of stuff, and sometimes it will become like so many things that I was manifesting at once that I just simply said, everything is wonderful. Because if I'm implying that I have everything that I want, everything is wonderful. And it is so fun because it all got pushed out altogether. Altogether, it got pushed out. The YouTube, the TikTok, the money, the friends, the clubs, the traveling, the opportunities, it all got pushed out at the same time, all together, because I wasn't putting too much importance on one specific manifestation. And even for the special person, well, I told you millions of times, I've manifested successfully that a specific person, which got pushed out at the same time when I was manifesting even meeting someone someone new, it all pushed out at the same time. I got viral in the same week. I got the money that I wanted in the same week. My SP came back completely how I wanted him in the same week. And in the same week, I had opportunities, new friends, traveling, and I met a new person. It was all in the same week. And that's because I have focused on multiple manifestation and I released the access potential. But then what happened, because I manifested successfully everything that I wanted, the house, the money, the videos, the job, the opportunities, I started to focus too much on manifesting love and having this new person or whatever, and that got to tits because I gave too much excess potential, in my opinion, to that only specific manifestation. And obviously that is an energy that has to rebalance itself out. So don't do my mistake, but manifest multiple things at a time and lessen the importance to one specific manifestation, which is also going to make you live a lot better your life experience in general. Because when you don't have that much importance to a manifestation, you can use your time for other things. Like for instance, right now I'm at a point where I'm really happy where I am. I'm having so many friends, so much love, so many opportunities that, you know what, if a person comes, great. If it doesn't, I don't even care anymore. I literally loosen that importance, and it is so fun because when I lost the importance, I loosened up a little bit. I became even more magnetic, where I have a guy texting me every single day, and I am the one that's got to choose right now. And actually, I'm not choosing anybody because if you're watching, not interested. I'm joking. But you know what I mean? Like, because you become more magnetic. You become more magnetic to money. You become more magnetic to people in general, to situations. Now, when it comes down to persisting, that loosen up the importance towards your manifestation doesn't mean that you're not persisting. I said it this millions of times. I think that majority of people persist with excess potential. They take this persisting modality with, oh my God, I let go and will never happen. You are not letting go of your manifestation. You're not losing the importance towards your manifestation because you're saying for real, you will never have it. You're just giving it less importance, and therefore you're entering even more the wish fulfilled. Because if you already have something, you're not desperate to chase it, to look after it, and you're cool about it. Now that I have all the money that I wanted, I'm like, I'm not chasing, I'm not desperate after it. I don't even give it that much importance. I'm like, I'm wealthy, I'm abundant. It's like, granted. You know what I mean? Even when I was married, I took that for granted. I was like, granted, I am married, I'm always chosen. I always had a boyfriend all throughout my life. Now, like, this is something that I never struggled with. I was like, granted. Of course, I found a boyfriend. But when I gave too much importance to that, that's where I struggled. Because, again, I gave that too much importance. So, now that I got the videos going really well and really good opportunities, I see this sometimes because that was an area of my life where I needed to work on, because I always felt lack of appreciation towards, like, I always felt misunderstood. I always felt that people don't appreciate me or don't understand me, which obviously caused a lot of resistance when it came down to having a successful YouTube channel. But now that I have it, I always, remind myself I'm not anymore the old person. I have it, but things could always change. I will be fine no matter what. But that's not because I'm not affirming or persisting in my wish fulfilled. I am already in my wish fulfilled. I've always have been. But it is very important to rebalance the energy out and putting away from a pedestal people, situations, or any manifestation in order to become more magnetic towards the things that you want. Now, if you cannot do this, because sometimes you can't, if you cannot do this, then don't take it and keep persisting in the way that you want to. Because, one thing that you have to realize about this experience, this life experience, is that everything is true. You guys, and I will make a different video about this, you guys see videos and stuff like that in teachings as black or white. Either you do this or you do this other thing. No. Persisting and affirming like a banshee works. Letting go works. Removing excess potential works. It all works. all of the statements that you will hear online or in a book, they are all true. Everything is true. The point is not if a technique or a modality is true or not. The point is what works for me. And what works for you could be different than what works for me. It could be different, like what works for me now is different from what used to work for me 3 months ago. So how do you find what works for you? You experiment and you check upon how you feel. If you feel exhausted by affirming all day, don't push it. Do the letting go. If letting go is making you feel sad and depressed, persist. You guys have to stop seeing things black and white, go into the gray area of the quantum field, check on how you feel, and according to how you feel, you act accordingly, and you tailor-made the best way for you to manifest. Obviously, as YouTubers over here, we have to present you multiple experiences of ourselves and clients and multiple techniques in order for you to gather enough information to find the best way for you to manifest. And at least that is my intention. So take everything that you hear with a pinch of salt, experiment, and then become an independent thinker, because that's what I always have done in my life, and that's what has worked for me right now. Removing the excess potential, it works better. But sometimes persisting and affirming more work better. It depends on various phases of life. But this is a very powerful technique, especially if you have been working on your manifestation for a very long time without seeing results. Try to remove the importance, to release the excess potential, and see if you actually have some movement. Okay, you guys? Comment down below, share your stories, and know that this is the last week that I give coachings for everybody. You find them down below. And also you find my e-courses down below, as well as my e-course to manifest a specific person, which includes also the meditation to the blank state. And Patreon for extra videos is also down below. I love you guys and see you very soon on this channel. Bye.